I'm Paula Beal, and I teach fourth grade as a lead teacher at Archway Lincoln. And this is my son, Jayken Beal. He was born with half of a heart. He was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome. So he went through 3 open heart surgeries at 4 days, 6 months, and at 2 years old. And he did pretty great. He did have some limitations in activities, but he was able to survive with only the right side of his heart, which is actually the weakest side. He did really well until he was 15.
Going into the summer of 15, I hit this really big growth spurt, going about 7 inches over the summer, from about like July into the fall. And anyway, so doing them, and with having the heart I had, it had to work really hard. It started going into overdrive. And it kind of hit a spot where it just didn't know how to stop.
Before he was born, we were able to find out about his heart. And I think that news was incredibly difficult, incredibly hard to hear. But then hearing news that, hey, there's a possibility of him being able to survive was amazing. And then whenever he started to go through heart failure at 15, that was incredibly difficult to hear again, that, hey, we've done all this work, we've done all the things we're supposed to, and then now it's not working anymore. And he was put on machines, he was put on medication. We finally were able to leave the hospital for little bits of time, but then had to go right back. Hearing transplant from the beginning of whenever we were going through this process, they were saying transplant wasn't a great option or the best option for him. And so hearing now that, well, now it is the best option, it was really hard to get our minds in gear of, okay, is this really going to work?
So I was put on the wait list at 16 years old at this point to receive a heart. So essentially what that meant was I would have to wait until someone around my age within a year or so passed away with a heart still in good tack, in good shape, and then that heart would get flown over here and it would be transplanted into me.
Going through, okay, we've got a heart, we got so excited, we've got a heart, he's going to be okay. And then he's down in the operating room getting ready for this heart to come, and then we hear, no, it's not okay. So now he has to come back and we have to give him this horrible news of, sorry, but not yet.
Unfortunately, the heart was not good enough for a patient. I did not like its quality, but we remain hopeful. We're going to come back out again next time and do it all over again.
I want to say a week or 2, maybe 3 later, we found another heart, and that one ended up being good this time. We went through the whole procedure. Going into it, I was very skeptical, obviously, with what happened before, kind of in the back of my mind. But I came out of it completely fine.
That's a heart transplant, Jayken.
Heart's working very well.
You know, I would volunteer in school as well, and hey, Jay, no, you're not playing baseball. Nope, can't run that way. You can't do this. You can't do that. And then now it's like, oh, go do it. Whatever you feel like, you can do it. It's pretty awesome to be able to say that now.
I couldn't do any kind of exercising or working out, and then now I'm 6 years out and I'm going to the gym pretty frequently. I'm going on runs. I'm doing pretty much whatever I want, and without really, like, the only limitations that ever come up at this point with heart transplant is I can't eat pomegranates or grapefruits. So, no, I mean, never anything I was super into in the first place, so I'm happy with it.